Here we are again at CES 2021, the all-online edition, the digital CES, and we're speaking with Mark here from Audeze. And Mark, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, and this is actually a real image behind me, not a
Yeah.
Zoom backdrop. This is our conference room at our offices here in Southern California, which is where we build most all of our products as well.
And you have a new pair of gaming headphones. Now, I made sure to put behind me already. These kind of change up a bit, but I was able to sneak home one of the pairs of the Audeze headphones here. I got the Mobius here behind me. Great gaming headphones there, but now you have something that's even better, that's really of a focus on low latency and high quality sound.
Yeah, good point. So the ones you have there are original Mobius headphones, which we still make and are extremely popular. And they have the advantages of having the built-in surround sound processing, 5.1 and 7.1, and the head tracking. But those are really designed for the high-end PC gamer market. For the new Penrose product, which I happen to have here, this is the same basic overall design, but this is designed for consoles instead of PC gamers. So we have two models, one for PlayStation 4, 5, and also works, by the way, on Macintosh, Windows, Zoom calls, Nintendo Switch, you name it. And we have another version with a different color ring here, and that version is for the Xbox products. So that works for all the Xboxes as well as, of course, for Windows and some of the other machines out there on the market. But what's more important about this is that it is low latency and it is also Bluetooth, and you can use both signals at the same time. Or as what Yogi Berra used to say, simultaneously at the same time. So you have low latency, which is what you need for wireless gaming. And then we also have the Bluetooth, so you can actually have a phone call at the same time you're doing the in-game chat. Now,
for those that are very good at multitasking.
Yeah, definitely. And so this is actually has two parts to it. One is the headset itself, and notice it has a boom microphone, and the microphone is removable. And it also has a special USB dongle. And this is the other part to this. So this is the low latency part. We found we were very excited to receive the CES honoree for the headphone awards. So that's very exciting to us. And some of our products have won in previous CES shows as well. These are really designed for the console gaming market. And we started shipping these just a little over a month ago, and they've been extremely well received, to put it mildly. We do make the drivers here in the U.S. We make the rest of the headphone offshore because we don't have that ability to make that quantity here in the United States, but everything else is done here. And our regular series headphones, like some of you may be familiar with the LCD-Xs and the XCs, everything else, that's all really made here. So that's sort of a roundup of where we are now with the gaming headset. So we still have the Mobius, and that's doing extremely well for the PC gamer market. And now we have the new Penrose products for both the Xbox and the PlayStation products.
Now, the Penrose ones, they don't offer surround, right?
No, they don't, and we don't need to. The original Mobius product had surround built in because it was designed for the PC gamers. So the surround had to be generated in the headphones. However, with the new PlayStation 5 and the Xbox X, the surround sound is actually generated in those consoles now. So we don't need to worry about doing the surround sound within the headphone itself.
So a lot of the processing is being produced or done using Windows Sonic or Microsoft Sonic, I guess you could say, since it's coming from the Xbox, and and Dolby Atmos. So would you consider this to be kind of an entry level for Audeze's product line?
Well, it's entry level in terms of the price point, but not entry level in terms of features.
Yes.
It's a heavily featured set. And there's actually another part to the Penrose, just like we have with Mobius. We have an application that goes with it, and that's called the Audeze HQ app. And the Audeze HQ app enables you to set your own EQs, also lets you download new firmware, change the side tone if you want more side tone, less side tone. And we're always adding more and more features to the Audeze HQ app. One of the advantages we have is because the product is firmware based, If there are changes we need to make in operation or maybe some new features, we can add those via firmware. And that's quite different than most of the other gaming headsets on the market. Normally, everyone expects every year they'd have to buy a new gaming headset because there's some change or some different color combination or something. But in our case, we are simply able to constantly update the product, so it remains a great value for the customer.
Now, Audeze HQ, that is the exact same program that Mobius uses, doesn't it? Or isn't
Right,
it?
but we have updated the program, and now if you go to the upper right-hand corner of the program, you have a drop-down menu that lets you select either the Mobius version of the firmware, or of the software rather, or the Penrose version.
Perfect. So if you're an Audeze fan and you have multiple models, you get to bounce between the two using one program.
Right. If you do have the Mobius version, then you have some other features that are available to you, like changing the HRTFs or doing key bindings. So with the Mobius, you can actually use your head movements because it has the head tracking to generate key presses. So for example, you could have, if you're playing PUBG, you could have this moment or movement to show the map. You could do something like this to reload your gun. You could actually see your protagonist move behind a wall to take a look just by moving your head. And you get to adjust all that within the Audeze HQ app for the Mobius.
So it's a lot of power there for both headphones. And it's nice to have just one central application to control everything from.
Correct.
On the PC, at least. But it's cool to be able to just take advantage of the new consoles and their native abilities to be able to produce surround and a pair of headphones like that. And definitely, so entry level for your lineup, definitely not industry entry level by any means. But this so it's been out for about a month. You said it launched last month?
Correct.
And what's the price point that we're looking at for the models?
Penrose, either version, whether it's for PlayStation or Xbox, is $299 US retail. And, our main point on all of our products is the sound quality.
Yeah.
And this is what everybody's raved about from day one for all of the Audeze products. But we really kind of surprised, I think, the gaming market a lot when they realized the sound quality they could have for their gaming for this particular area.
Yeah, that's very true, too. In fact, since I snuck these home to put these in the background here, the other day I was actually using them, and I have a Logitech system here set up, a 5.1 system. Just I forget the actual model number, but it's their flagship, model. And putting on the headphones for a brief moment and just pulling up any game to play it, I kind of wanted to just stick with the headphones and say, I don't really need these speakers. These sound much better, actually. And usually that's not always the case, because sometimes, if you have the availability of good speakers around, you obviously want to listen to those speakers and not be trapped within a pair of headphones. But in this case, it's not the case. So so they're available. They're out there. They're $299.
Correct.
And you can find them out on Audeze's website, so go check them out. And, of course, we'll have more information in the description of this video as well to make it easy to find that information. But this has been great. Mark, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. I hope that you have a good rest of the CES. This is just the beginning, so you got a lot to talk about.
Thank you. Take care.
If you want to stay on top of all the latest and greatest, or at least the gadgets we cover, remember to subscribe right here. Subscription button. Click it. You're going to want to. There's lots of videos, interviews, previews, all sorts of stuff. Button. Click it.